Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. And it's like, man, I've come back to boxing. I've come back to watching boxing now, and oh my god, it's so frustrating watching boxing, dude. Do you know how frustrating it is watching boxing and not seeing the best fight the best? How frustrating is that shit, though, man? Like, damn. The fight I want to see is Crawford Spence. There's nothing else I want to see. I don't want to see Crawford fight Ugas. I don't want to see Crawford fight fucking Keith Thurman. That would be cool, but I don't want to see that fight right now. The fight I want right now is Spence and Crawford. That's the fight we want. That's the fight everybody wants. But just time and time again, boxing has shown us that these fights are not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, and what can you do? There's nothing you can really do. If Spence doesn't want to fight Crawford and Crawford doesn't want to fight Spence, Crawford's been calling out Spence nowadays, but I feel like it's wolf tickets. A lot of the times he disrespects the media, and he's very disrespectful to the media. He doesn't like to do interviews. He doesn't like doing media interviews. So disrespectful. Like, super disrespectful, man. Like, dude, the media is there to promote your fights, and then you're not even doing any media. You don't want to do any media. You're supposed to be Terrence Crawford. But the thing is, who's ducking who? Who's ducking who? Is Terrence Crawford ducking Errol Spence, or is Spence ducking Crawford? Oh, fuck. Is this finished? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's frustrating watching boxing nowadays, man. Like, I watch it and I'm like, I'm watching the fights and I'm looking at the fights and I'm looking at, let's give credit where credit is due. Crawford and Porter, but that's not the fight we want. Sean Porter is not the elite fighter that we want to see. He's already been beat by Spence. He got beat by Brook. We want to see two undefeated fighters come together and clash of styles to see who the best is at 147. I don't understand what's so difficult about that. I get it. Like, you can fight Ugas, you can fight the other guy. What's his name? Keith Thurman. But Thurman doesn't have a belt. Like, that fight doesn't make too much sense. Like, I don't know. I'm just frustrated with the whole thing, man. It's just, boxing is just so frustrating to watch. Like, the fight okay, look, I'm gonna tell you motherfuckers right now, Crawford, this is the fight we want, bro. Why don't you make the fight? Why don't you get the fucking fight done? Get the fucking fight. Get the fight done. What's so hard about making this fight? Like, I just don't understand why it's taking so long. How long has it been? Like 5 years or 6 years? Honestly, I'm not frustrated anymore because I'm looking forward to watching an MMA fight this Saturday. The best fighting the best. Dustin Poirier is going to be fighting Charles Oliveira for the title. Amanda Nunes defending her title against Juliana Pena. These are the best fights. That's the best fights. Dustin Poirier, he's the number one contender, undisputed. He deserves the fight for. He's the best, second best. Oliveira. You see, this is how I think boxing should be done. Like, Crawford, Spence fight. Then the next fight is the fight afterwards. Ugas fights someone else. The winner fights the winner of Crawford Spence. Like, how? It's easy. This matchmaking stuff is fucking easy as fuck. And then you got to look at the politics to it. Oh, one side of the street, he's with Bob Arum. Okay, now he's a free agent. Now what? Now what? Crawford's a free agent now. Now what? Now what are you gonna say? I don't even know what to say. I'm done with boxing, to be honest. Like, I'm done with boxing. Obviously, I'm still gonna watch the heavyweight fights. I'm still gonna watch the big fights, but boxing just isn't what it was. What it once was. Like, it's just it's gone down the toilet. And it's really sad to see. Like, even Floyd didn't cherry pick this much. Even Floyd gave us the fight we wanted to see. We wanted to see Pacquiao, right? Look. We have the fans. We have the power. These fighters, they have to listen to us because we are the ones that pay to watch the fights. We're the ones that pay the pay-per-view. We're the ones that fucking stream the... We are the ones that watch your fights and pay for these pay-per-views. So, like, you guys, the fighters have to listen to us. We are the customers. We're the paying customers. Like, our opinion matters the most because we are the ones paying for these pay-per-views. So, you know, I mean, I want to see this fight. That's the fight I want. I want Crawford Spence. This is the fight we want. Everybody wants that. You ask the fucking... I mean, nobody knows who Spence is in Europe. But if you ask anybody in America, walk around, oh, you guys want to see Spence Crawford? Everybody wants to see that fight. Nobody wants to see Crawford beat up on some other bum. Like, I mean, Sean Porter's not a bum. He's a former world champion. But at the same time, like, Sean Porter had one foot out of the door. He literally was not... All right, let me hit this shit. That's a good one. But it's like, dude, we want to see these fights, but you're not going to make the fight because politics. You're not going to make the fucking fight because maybe Spence is scared, or... I mean, I don't think Spence is scared. I think Spence is willing to fight, but I think it's Crawford that's making this fight so difficult to make. And then now that he's a free agent, is there going to be problems for him to fight a PBC fight? Like, I don't think it's a problem. Like, I think Sean was with, Al Heyman or PBC, and then fucking, what's his name? Terrence Crawford was with Top Rank. So these fights can get made. It's not the promoters. It's the fighters. The fighters want to fight. These promoters will put the fights up. If Crawford goes to Bob... If Crawford, when he was with Bob Arum, Crawford went to Bob Arum when he was with him. I know he left him. He's a free agent now, but whatever. If Crawford went to Bob Arum when he was with Top Rank and he said, "I want Spence. Give him to me on a platter," and Spence goes to Heyman or whoever makes the fights, or Lou DiBella or whatever, and he goes to that motherfucking promoter and he says, "Give me Crawford." Both fighters say they want each other. The fight gets made. It's that simple. I don't think it's the promoters per se. I think they do bring some obstacles in making the fight. But at the end of the day, if both fighters want to fight, the fight will happen. It's just truth. That's just how it is. But even Mayweather gave us the fights we want to see. He gave it to us 6 years later, but he still gave us the fight. Now, how old is Spence now? Because these guys think that they can wait out the fight and make it bigger, but he's 31. Okay, Spence, you're getting older. Crawford, how old are you? 34. They're both getting older, man. You're not getting... Look, if you wait another 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, the fight's not going to be as big as it once was. It's going to lose its luster. These guys think they know what they're doing. They think they can follow the Mayweather blueprint, but they can't, man. You're not on the level of a Mayweather. You're just not, man. Man, that fucking vodka hit nice. But, like, you guys are not on the level of a Floyd Mayweather. You think that you can just come up in there and... How much did Crawford make against... He made $4 million. Crawford made $6 million. And Porter made $4 million. Not a lot of money. The pay-per-view numbers were pretty bad, right? What was the pay-per-view about? 135,000. 135,000. 135,000. That's how many pay-per-views they sold. Crawford, you're not a big name. You're not a name on the level of a Mayweather. You guys need to, like, sit down somewhere, man. Fight the fucking fights that we want. Why don't these fucking motherfuckers make the fights that we want, man? I mean, I get it. Like, Terrence could lose the fight. There's danger. He could possibly lose this fight. But that's what makes champions, motherfucker. Like, the threat of losing, and then I think Spence beats him. I think that's why he's scared. He's scared. But it is what it is. What can you do? He doesn't want to fight. He's a boxer. He's one of the best boxers. He's an elite boxer. One of the best pound for pound. But why doesn't he fight fucking Spence? That's the fight we want. That's the fight we want. Like, how many times do I have to say it?